Alright, who am I hanging out with? Do I want to hang out with Mitsuru this time or something? What the heck am I doing? Hang out with some other person. Do I have a Fortune or Temperance? Oh, yeah, I have both right there. It's been a while since hanging out with Fortune guy. So maybe I should hang out with him. But yeah, it goes to the end of January, but when did it start? I don't remember. Was it April? Was it February? Persona 3 Reload calendar. Calendar walkthrough. Let's see here. Yep, it starts April. Started at the beginning of April.
Hi there.
So not quite a full year worth of months, but just too much short. It's 10 months of game time. But yeah. Well, thank you for the mini review so far. You'll be right back. Alrighty. Nope, of this year. So 10 months the game takes place over. Oh, Kusa-kun, how do you do on your exams? In any case, now that we're finally done, Art Club can be more active again. Oh, Kusa-kun, do you think you could make it to Art Club today? Sure. What are we at with Fortune Guy? 7. So if I control F for Fortune, if I can actually type it in correctly, and look at 7 to 8. Probably not, I don't think. It is going by a lot faster now than before, because there's so much less stuff happening now that it's just like final approach. I just have to say it's okay, I'm fine. Is all I have to say. I can remember that. But yeah, let's just see here. But yeah, I mean, we shall see. Yeah, sort of. I will save some of it to do during HoloLand in a couple of weeks, I think. Okay, see you there. I'm feeling a little tired today. But I'll probably beat the main game around, like, end of this month, end of November here, or, like, maybe early December. But then I also have DLC to get to, which is gonna take, like, a decent while. Scratching on pencils echoes throughout the art room. Yeah, I did see that there, Gruzma, but I haven't gotten the chance to respond yet. This is the lamest art class ever. We only ever do this one statue, and that's it.
Alright, we're out of here. Okay, let's make this quick. This room's smaller than my bedroom, but it's still surprisingly big. Let's take a break. So, I've decided that I'm going to study abroad. To be honest, I'm not really excited about it. But I already told my teacher I don't want to be a doctor, so... Do you want something to drink? It's on me. Oh, I almost forgot. Did you want something cold? Or maybe... Hey! Look out! Hey! Hang in there! Can you hear me?
Hiraga's voice sounds like it's getting farther and farther away.
You're awake! Oh, thank goodness.
You were trying to cross the border.
I kept calling your name, but you wouldn't wake up, so I...
My head is throbbing.
I don't see any cuts on your head, so I don't think you'll need stitches. Can you remember your name?
It's okay, I'm fine.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Really, it's such a relief. Well, your pupils aren't dilated, so I don't think you have a concussion. I was worried that when you fell, you hit your head or your face, and I... Anyway, do you remember what happened?
I do.
The box. I was the one who put it up there. We have a maid who cleans our house, so I don't do much cleaning myself. And I just got lazy and put it up there. It's all my fault. I'm so sorry. All I could think about was what would happen if you didn't wake up. I was so scared. I felt so helpless seeing my friend in trouble and not being able to do anything. I'm not a doctor.
Do you think you want to be one?
When I was younger, my dad told me a sad story about how he lost a good friend. He just collapsed one day, even though they played together all the time. Seeing you lying there, I understood how my dad must have felt losing someone he was so close to.
Raga seems to care about me. I feel like we're becoming better friends. Great. Bam, rank 8 fortune.
Do I want to be a doctor? but I'd be doing exactly what my dad wants.
Yeah, fuck your dad.
Sorry, we should get going.
Anyway, is he available?
Can you walk? Here, you can lean on me.
Haraga and I left school together. Well, now it's evening time. Oh yeah, my box! I got pink duffel coat and Lux Shiroko can. Okay.
Welcome back.
What's up, dude? Okay, nothing long this time. Bunch of people want to hang out. Oh, maybe you want to actually tend plants with me. Yeah, I was about to check what the heck this was. Okay, wow. Yeah, that's pretty good there. So, who wants the rune vest now? I don't know, I'll probably use Mitsuru a decent bit at the time. So who wants the water god armor now? Probably more likely to use Akihiko than Junpei. Most likely here. I don't know, give Ken that. I don't care. Persona 3 protagonist fights godlike shadows and faces the end of the world. Gets defeated by cardboard box. Yeah, we just get a game over if you do that social link to that rank. Imagine. Hi.
Really?
Oh, there's no school tomorrow, huh? I'm not really doing anything. What about you? Same here.
Not bad.
Is that right? It's nice to just relax once in a while, huh? Oh, make sure you spend the time wisely. Well, tend to plants, I guess. What are you doing? Wanna go check on the rooftop planters together? Sure. Yeah, quality of the produce might improve. There, it's been a while since we've tended to the plants. There should still be process in the... Wait. Did I? If I had stuff ready to harvest that I just... Oh, well. Oops. Whoops. What about this golden tomato sprout? Sure, it'll be next year. Man, it's crazy how these supposed sprouts are alright pretty decently sized plants. But what do I know about gardening? This here. Let's go tend to those tomatoes. What are you doing? We gotta plant them tomatoes and potatoes separately. But in real life, I know how to do them together. If only we could do that in game. If only a game would be that cool. Fuka's working silently. And the rooftop plants are the Fuka. Oh, speaking about that, with making tomatoes,
They've gotten so big since we last saw them.
I think I know what potatoes I'm gonna use for that next year. I just have them on a bag on my counter right now because one of my cousins from BC brought these to me recently. They're purple potatoes, so the color is not quite the normal golden that you would typically expect. Oh, and this is new since the last time that I checked them out. Huh, that just goes to show that they're alive. They're rooting. Huh. Wonder if they thought that they were in like a soil-like medium in the bag and with other potatoes nearby. Yep, that was not there the last time that I opened this bag. They were definitely not like this when I put them in the bag. So, I'm thinking I'm gonna keep them until next year. I'm not gonna be eating these, and I'm going to use them for some of my tomato experiments next year. Gonna go ahead and surgically combine them with things like tomatoes, and then I can get like some purple potatoes. So I haven't seen the inside of one of these. I don't really want to cut them up when I want to use them for planting next year. I mean, I could always cut them up in such a way that each of these eyes, like each of these little bits of growth, like that's one. You can see, wow. You can see one on the top there. You can see another on the side right here. Each one of those can technically grow into its own plant. So I could, in theory, cut it up as long as each notch has one of those, and then each of them becomes like their own plant. But I think I'd rather not, and then just like keep them together, and then I get like one sturdier plant that grows out in multiple places is what I'd prefer. But when my number of things is limited, if I want to expand it, yes, I can cut potatoes and make multiple plants. That is an option. But supposedly, the inside of this is like purple as well. And then when you make mashed potatoes out of these, they're like purplish bluish. And I've never seen that. And this is my first time ever seeing purple potatoes. So it's like a cool new resource added to my arsenal. And the little growth coming out of them is purple. Like, I'm used to that being either golden for like the normal kind of yellowy goldy potatoes, or red for my red apple potatoes. The red apple potatoes are ones that I grew my tomatoes out of last year. and those would have growth that is red, and the skin of those potatoes was red. They were not red inside, they were still the normal yellow inside of normal potatoes, but it was cool that they had red skin and that their growth was red. But yeah, apparently the insides of this is like bluish purple, and it looks like the growth on them is purple too. So, that's interesting. They've got to be like pretty healthy potatoes then if they're already trying to root. I should probably not be keeping them like in this bag forever. I should probably put them in like a cardboard box or something like that with a little paper towel covering. Whoa, do not fall out of there. Yeah, so this is gonna be my little experiment next year, is the case. Speaking about potatoes, I don't know if they taste any different from regular potatoes or anything. If there's like I don't remember what the name of those potatoes is. I very briefly saw it on the label from the bag that they pulled those out of. Like, maybe I can send a text to my cousin and be like, hey, do you remember what those potatoes are called? Just so I know what I'm actually growing. But it's just cool that they're purple, and I'm gonna combine them with tomatoes next year, like I did with my red potatoes this year. Things that Carrie put in, looks like it'll be a big harvest.
I think that about does it. Shall we
So
head
I'm pretty
downstairs?
excited about my purple potatoes. Is honestly the case. I'm always all about growing like unique, cool new things, and that is like a pretty unique, not the norm kind of thing.
I thought you
When
were
they're
gonna go
purple.
visit your mother's grave.
So I'm pretty eager to grow them.
You sure this is where you want to be?
Like, I'm growing all sorts of different colors of
I was
tomatoes.
planning on visiting her.
Next year I'm
but
gonna grow
when I
white
thought about what I
tomatoes,
was gonna
green
say to her,
tomatoes, black
it just didn't
tomatoes.
feel right. I've still got
I'm gonna grow
unfinished
red
business to
potatoes,
take care
purple
of first.
potatoes. I've been growing white strawberries, and oh my god, they're so
Don't
good!
have anything to tell
The white
Shinji
ones are
about.
so much better than the
I've
red
got my own
ones.
Stuff to deal with.
So I like to try out new things where I can, because
Uneatable
who
enemies,
knows,
huh?
sometimes they're better than
I wonder what it's like.
the normal kind.
Beats me.
I grew a
It
few
doesn't
purple
matter
carrots
about-
this year, and I actually really,
I've
really
already
like
made
the
up my
taste of them.
mind. I don't care
Now I
what
want to
I'm
grow more
up
purple
against.
carrots.
I'm gonna look it straight in the eyes.
Straight in the eyes. I like the sound of that. You can count me in too.
All right.
Alright, so it looks like those two are getting cool with one another. Today's the Emperor's birthday. Wow! Look, there's me responding in chat to something that you can't even see on screen anymore. How's it going? Today's the sandwich. Today's the Emperor's birthday. There's no school. Man, I love the Emperor! Oh, it's so cool. But yeah, so I'm just zooming through the days, and the garden in the game there got me talking about, like, unique plants and stuff. So I started showing my purple potatoes that I really need to find a better place than just on the shelf behind me. Help Ray. Sure. Oh yeah, I was doing these ones, right? That's what I was doing. I was doing that set. Yeah, there we go. Cool. See you later. Okay. And then I don't know. What the hell do I do now? There's nothing meaningful for me to do now. No one wants to hang out. I wonder if Shinji's coming back into the party. It's almost the end of the game, right? Yep. It do be. It's the 23rd of December. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and apparently on the New Year we have to make a big decision. No, it counts things as like one word. It just takes the first word that it finds. Is all it does. I could work part-time. You can do an underscore. That's what you can do. Well, screw it. Persona 3 Reload part-time jobs. Which one pays the best? All part-time jobs, rewards, and schedules. Or that. That works too. Because, yeah, screw it. I'll work at a part-time job for the very first time in this whole playthrough. Why is it that when I click off the game and it pauses everything, parts of it still shake? Like, look at the grumble that's, like, right here on the game screen. It's, like, vibrating. But yeah, let's see here. Apparently, I can get, like, 5,000 yen from Screenshot Movie Theater, but only during Saturday and Sunday. At B Blue, I can get 3,500 any of the weekdays at noon. And then Shegel Cafe, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. Oh yeah, I guess... Okay, so that's a night one, but only during those 3 days. And, alright, well, I'll keep that in mind. Sure, it gives me something to work towards, I guess. Some stupid Steam achievement I really don't care about. Just so it's like, I am making progress in some way here. Here, so B Blue, sure. Or part-time here during the, yeah. Yeah, sure. Spend time here. Work part-time. Sure. Yeah, whatever. I don't have anything else to do anymore. Look, I finally got a job right at the end of the playthrough. I gave it all my all working part-time attending to customers. I was taught about the products and their connections to various practices. Tired customers left the store looking completely rejuvenated. Hey, a customer complimented you earlier. You should work here full-time after you graduate. Since I've gotten better at my work, they're giving me a slight raise. Oh, is that because of my social stats? Because I immediately started working with, like, maxed out stats, so amazing. Here you go. Come by and help out again when you feel like it. Wait, how much was that? After working a while with spiritual gemstones, my academics and charm increased. No, they didn't. Okay, this website actually says, like, 3,500 plus. Like, all of them have a plus by them, which I guess means that they can go up if I'm, like, better at my job. There, then at least I get something, and it does make progress towards something. It's getting late, I should head back to the dorm. There. I'm suddenly working. Alright, should I work at the cafe now?
Oh, welcome back.
The world is about to end, so I go get a job. Oh, hello. There are 8 more days until New Year's Eve. Acoustic-san, do you know what you'll decide yet? Well, I do. I'm going to fight. I was thinking about it a lot, but then I realized there wasn't much to think about. There hasn't been a single person that said, I've decided. I'm going to give up. I'd rather forget. I mean, I can't tell my mom and Aragaki-san that we failed, so that's that. Speaking about working part-time, you've been denied working at Target for messing up your, I assume that's date of birth, and the HR manager told me I had to fix it. The Target website sucks and now you can't fix it! A slight setback. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Just in case the world doesn't end, you gotta get a job. That's right. That's what's going on here. Well, pretty sure my Siegfried is basically maxed at this point. Well, his strength is maxed, and his agility one more time will be maxed. Like, so my Siegfried is just like completely busted here, and I feel like is fair game to use against the final boss. Screw it. I'm going to go work at a cafe now, I guess, because this is Wednesday evening. So a cafe, should I spend the night here? Yeah, work part-time because I can do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. Sure. And then it gives me a little bit of funds, even though I already have, like, probably more than enough funds to take me through to the end of this playthrough. Look, the world is ending, and so now I have multiple jobs. I sweated it out while working part-time as a waiter. I never considered getting a job before this point, but now I am, now that the world's ending. I was given a cup of the cafe's signature pheromone coffee during my break. I dealt with housewives complaining that the pheromone coffee has no effect. See, you've gotten much better at serving the customer, so I'm increasing your hourly wage. Since I got better at my work, they're giving me a slight raise. Here's your paycheck for today. Try to use it wisely. Okay, so 4,300 it gives me. When dealing with difficult customers, I feel like my charm and courage have increased. Wow. Man. Amazing, right? It's getting late. I should head back to the dorm. Alright, it's another day. It's time for another hangout here.
Wow.
Today is December 24th, Christmas Eve, an important day in Europe and America. Although, unlike in Japan, December 25th, Christmas Day, is even more important. Saying unlike in Japan as in meaning that Christmas Eve is more important in Japan. I mean, it also depends on where you are in, like, some of the Western places. Like, I always do stuff with my German side of the family on the 24th and stuff with my English side of the family on the 25th. Do you all know why we celebrate the holiday in the first place? In Japan, Christmas Eve is just a day for couples to spend time together and give gifts. Feeling sleepy. Should I close my eyes for a few minutes? No, stay awake.
So that's why.
And then, beneath the largest, most beautiful fur, we made a vow to love each other, unconditionally forever and ever. What are you teaching here? Is this your own life story? The twinkling lights from the trees danced upon our faces as we gazed into each other's eyes. So romantic. Forced myself to stay awake and listen to the lecture. I probably would have fallen asleep during that lecture, honestly. Alright. But yeah, the world seems less endy in Persona 3 than it does in real life, which is so incredibly sad. Yeah, at least in P3, it's like, Hey, we can at least choose to battle Nyx. Save things. Whereas, the current state of things in the world, and especially the States, is like, welp, let's try to make the next 4 years as best as we can. Like, even here in the land of Canada, we are definitely gonna be feeling the effects. Yeah, so I'm at 3 of those. Lower hit rate of 1 foe. Yeah, lower rate of all foes. Lower hit rate of all foes. I don't know. No, I think it's definitely justified. Here goes. Phew, all done. Go take it. See you later. Well, that is unless World War III starts by support being pulled from Ukraine, which allows Russia to successfully finish its takeover of Ukraine, which will also give China the go-ahead of like, huh, the States doesn't really care about meddling all that much anymore. Now is our chance to invade Taiwan, and then them invading Taiwan, which they've been preparing to do so for a long, long time now, and then maybe North Korea sees it as finally the go-ahead to invade South Korea, and then maybe Iran might see that as the go-ahead to, but Trump has said that he plans on pulling support from Ukraine, and a lot of the Ukrainian support, a lot of the big reason why they've been able to last as long as they have and do as well as they have, is through American backing. So when that's pulled, their odds aren't exactly great. The fact that they even got this far is already like a surprise to so much of the world, considering they're facing like one of the major world powers, and they are such a small state by comparison. But one of the reasons why they are able to do that is going away here very soon. And that is definitely going to be like a bit of a telltale sign like, huh, we've been wanting to invade our own places for a while. And this is literally the biggest opportunity we'll have had in like ever. So yeah, it's extremely, extremely worrisome. And yeah, I've heard that is apparently the case for a lot of places because of the new tariffs that are coming in. A lot of companies are trying to stock up now because they know that once the new administration comes in and that there's new tariffs in place, they're going to have to pay a lot more for foreign goods. So a lot of companies are trying to stock up as much as they can now at the current price before those prices get more expensive in the future, which means a lot of people aren't getting bonuses these holidays. And there's a lot of, especially small businesses that are already struggling, especially after COVID, that are going to be struggling significantly more so. So yeah, it's Miyamoto and Hiragi. So it is extremely worrisome here. And yeah, reading through some of this stuff of Project 2025 is like, huh, this really sounds like we're going back in time in not a great way. Love inflation, not the sexual kind. Yeah, it's, well, inflation and things like tariffs and all the other thingamabobs there. I do wonder how much of an effect stuff like tariffs will have on places like Canada, because I know that the US is like such a hub that I'm not entirely sure how much stuff we as Canadians get from the States that came from other places before that point. But it might well have an effect here as well, things like that, just because the States is our neighbor, so the things that happen there have like a very strong effect on things here because we rely on each other so much. Or rephrase, I should say that Canada relies on the States so much. The States probably doesn't really rely on Canada all that much, is how I should probably rephrase it. So yeah, that's very worrisome there. And with things like the tariffs coming in, it'll be very interesting to see what happens to the field that I'm most familiar with, the gaming industry in the States, when things like the price of video games and gaming consoles potentially skyrocket. And people are already complaining about video games getting too expensive, so we'll see what ends up happening in the States, if maybe the States will finally start doing like physical is more expensive than digital, or what is gonna end up happening here. So I'm at 8 with you, and then the other one was, I can finish you off, and maybe I should. So yeah, it's, is a little bit scurry. That's today, let's go. This guy's probably always gonna be available on like the same days anyway, right? So maybe I should just have another social link finished off and then another guy that I can, fuse a special persona out of? I don't know. Sure. Trying to get this new target job so you could renew your passport to travel the world. Hopefully another position is able to work out. I am sorry to hear about that. Because yeah, that system where it doesn't let you change it afterwards is definitely not great there. And apparently, speaking about traveling the world, apparently Google searches of like moving to Canada has been really going up lately. Over silver lining is that once 4 years pass, won't be able to run again unless his plans fall through. He's able to give himself absolute power. I mean, I thought it was already supposed to be the case that a felon wasn't supposed to be able to run, but that didn't stop him this time. Yeah, Acoustic. Finally, exams are over. Now we can just focus on practice. Oops, I almost forgot. Let's head to practice, Acoustic. Yeah, sure. Let's max out with him. See how this ends. So yeah, the final one doesn't matter. Sweet. Race it downstairs. Just kidding. Let's save that for the track, yeah? So yeah, I am extremely worried. Whoops! That was the wrong button! Damn it!
Hey, don't be like that. This is for your nephew, right?
I was trying to hit X with like... I was trying to do it with my left hand because my controller was resting on my lap. Gosh dang it. What the heck happened here?
How are you holding up, Kaz?
Alright, we're doing this now.
My knee's not so good. I can't put too much weight on it.
Okay, then let's take an early break. You mind giving Kaz's leg a quick massage?
No problem. Let's see that leg.
Sorry. You're missing practice because of me.
Hey, don't be like that. This is for your nephew, right?
Okay.
Still, I'm really sorry.
So on my way back to the dorm after practice.
Hey! Do you have a minute? There's something I want to talk to you about.
Okay, let's hear it.
Actually, let's go somewhere else. I don't want anyone from the team hearing. Plus, it might take a while, so... Let's go somewhere. Anywhere.
A scent of broiled fish fills the air inside of the restaurant.
Where do I even start? It's all a mess in my head. First things first. This is for you.
Sports tape.
My nephew gave it to me. He said it's a good luck charm. He gave me more than I'll ever need. And if you get hurt during practice, now you can tape yourself up. I wanted you to be the first to know. I've made up my mind. I'm gonna have surgery to fix my knee.
What about the big meat?
I don't think there's enough time for me to recover by then, but that's okay. I don't mean to pout or anything. I'm just trying to stop making selfish choices. I don't think it's right for the whole team to suffer because of my knee and my nephew. Even if I manage to win, I don't think I'd feel good about it after him. Up until now, all I could think about was winning. But my eyes opened up after Coach grilled you about my knee. It was such an obvious thing. I realized I can't keep thinking only about myself. Winning still means a lot to me. That's part of who I am, and that's probably not gonna change. But for now, I'm not gonna worry about winning races. I'm gonna focus on winning back my health instead.
You've really grown up.
You think so? In a good way, right? Like, I'm more mature. Anyway, I can't just keep asking for your help all the time. That said, thanks for everything you've done for me so far. Between practice and rehab, I'll have a lot going on. But I'm gonna kick butt, both of them. And someday, I'll kick your butt too.
Miyamoto shares how much he cares about me. I feel like we're coming closer. There. I finished another one.
Thou art I. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured.
Sweet, man.
The innermost power of the chariot arcana hath been set free.
Hath been set free.
We now bestow upon thee the ultimate form of the chariot within thyself.
Ah, yes, the ultimate form of the chariot within thyself. That's what I really wanted all along. chariot social link reached its maximum level. You can now fuse Thor, the mighty god of thunder.
I'm gonna go tell my nephew what happened and offer to go through rehab with him. I wonder which one of us will recover first. He's a tough one, you know? Just like me.
Pass the time chatting away with Miyamoto. Yeah, I was extremely surprised there, too. Also, a sandwich making it sound like a video game there. Start the liberation. Yeah, it was, and, like, pretty much as far as I have seen from social media, basically the whole rest of the world was, like, extremely surprised, being like, wow, really? That's what the States decided? And especially a lot of us here in Canada are just like, oh god, what the heck? Also, because I was born in the States, I technically count as a US citizen in addition to Canadian citizen. I have dual citizenship. So it is possible that I may well have been able to vote. The thought has never crossed my mind before, because usually it's like, oh yeah, it's like, it's probably gonna make like barely any difference here. Like, it's basically like the chances of winning the lottery, having your vote be the one that changes things, and I figured like it was never so much of a big deal that I should do that. But the thought did cross my mind this time, because it's like, holy crap, like, even if it's like so much rarer than winning the lottery that it makes any difference, considering the ramifications here, it is definitely still worth it. But the reason why I didn't really pursue it any further is because as a Canadian citizen that's been living in Canada all my life, especially with the potential way the States is going, I'm not really comfortable with the idea of the States considering me to be a citizen of theirs abroad that is, like, ready on the edge of his seat to get involved with, like, anything the States needs from him, you know? Because that could come back to bite me in the ass. So, yeah, anyway, there's that. I just figured I'd throw it out there. Let's talk. But otherwise, I would've. I mean, I am already a little bit involved with, like, financial stuff with the States, considering my Twitch and YouTube income is from the States, and I have to pay, like, US taxes. I file US taxes each year because of my Twitch and YouTube channel. So I'm already involved in that sense, but, you know, I don't really want to be taking it farther, where it's like, oh, that's someone that we can call on when we need people either to pay or to enlist or whatever other thing. Like, no thank you. Haven't been able to vote since your registration hasn't come in the mail in time. Oh, jeez. It was between a Cheeto man who has dictator ideals and a woman. We picked the Cheeto. We are actually cooked. Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of posts about it afterwards, where it's like, there's the option of a twice impeached felon or a highly educated woman. I don't get it. Like, maybe it's me speaking as a Canadian. Like, maybe I just don't understand enough of the culture down in the States to get it. But, like, I don't. Whether or not this will be our last Christmas, so I probably should think that way. Oh, and Christmas only ever comes once a year, so let's enjoy it. Yeah, let's
see.
Don't think of this as our last Christmas. Simply think of it as this year's Christmas and enjoy it. Yeah.
Let's see.
Dang it, that's not who I was trying to talk to.
By the way,
The other day, I was flipping through a magazine when I saw this poll. Yeah, probably. I mean, so much of the rest of the world in general, honestly. Like, already so much of the world points at the States and is like, wow, that's... things sure are some way there. At least we're not them, especially in Canada, which is a little bit sad in a way, because we as Canadians, we don't really have a common history. Like, we are built up of, like, so many immigrants and come from, like, so many different cultures and backgrounds that we don't really have a common history to be able to unite us together and bolster our nationalism. So our nationalism has to get bolstered in other ways. One of those ways is pointing at the States and being like, well, at least we're not those guys. And that is a little bit sad. Like, it is a little bit of a shitty way to be bolstering nationalism, if I'm gonna be honest. I remember this is something that my history teacher in high school ended up discussing with us, where it's like, yep, that is pretty much something that is done here in Canada. And, like, it honestly is, like, a pretty shitty way to be feeling better about yourselves just to be, like, laughing at someone else. But now with the current state of things, it's like, I can only imagine how Canadians are feeling at this point. But I think that a lot of Canadians aren't really as concerned about, like, disappointing right now as it is like, oh no, what does this mean for us? It's about how much money people want their partners to spend on their Christmas presents. I'm usually interested in that kind of thing, but not right now. I think it's more about the thought that goes into it. Because stuff like money and presents doesn't feel like it matters a whole lot anymore, huh? Like, maybe I'll end up doing some cool dragons for people for Christmas gifts this year or something like that. Like, look at the cool colors I did on this one. I gave him a hat, and I did, like, some painting and stuff. Isn't he cool? My wizard dragon and stuff. And it's definitely not a leprechaun. I only thought about that afterwards when I realized, like, how the green theming could be interpreted like that, along with the hat. Oh, that's a wizard dragon. So maybe I'll end up doing stuff like that takes, like, some effort. But yeah. Best place to go to, like, pretty disconnect from other things. No.
Why?
Wonder why people are so desperate to spend this day with their partners. Christmas can still be fun, even if you're alone. I suppose it can for some people, but it wouldn't be for me. Hey man, looks like it's gonna be a lonely Christmas for both of us. So we should let loose and go wild tonight. Wanna hit the town, just the two of us? That's not a bad idea. I was just kidding, dude. Don't think too hard on it. I just wanted to see what he'd say. It's going to be winter vacation soon. Have you decided what you're going to tell him yet? Wait, don't tell me now. I want to hear it when the day comes. Okay. Well, that's not about the rooftop planters or anything. And I can't work tonight. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Not entirely certain. If only I could work at the cafe more evenings. Whoa! Okay, that's different. But yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Here, let me just do this temporarily for potential thumbnail shot. Okay, well, it'd be nice if I could turn off the other UI. Oh, and it says Christmas right here. I didn't even notice that. And everyone's like all down in the dumps and like feeling awful. Maybe they live in the States. Let's see here. Oh no, I don't have shit to do. Oh crap. I don't know what to do then. Crap. That guy's probably not gonna have any more URLs for me or anything. Probably not gonna have any more URLs. Oh crap. I have actually nothing to do. Screw it. I'm brushing the dog. If I have the choice of do absolutely nothing and brush the dog, you can bet I'm brushing that goddamn dog. Koromaru seems pleased. I brushed him as thoroughly as I could. Oh, I got something from it. So it's not nothing. Koromaru brought this balm of life. Is he thanking me for brushing him? Balm of life. I played with Koromaru for a while before heading to my